Tom Brady was hitting up Sydney Sweeney.
Tom had her ear the most. He was dancing with Sydney, spent the most time with her.
Tom Brady might finally be over his divorce, as new footage of him and Sydney Sweeney dancing at Jeff Bezos' extravagant wedding has gone viral. And all this is happening as his ex seems to be jealously lurking. We've got the scoop, so let's get right into it. The setup. It looks like Tom Brady might be moving on to Sydney Sweeney. Yeah, really. And people are seriously freaking out. To grasp just how wild things got at Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez's lavish Venice wedding on June 27, 28, 2025, we first need to unpack the events that brought Tom and Sydney to this jaw-dropping moment. Sydney Sweeney, the 27-year-old actress who had captured hearts worldwide through her magnetic performances in Euphoria and The White Lotus, found herself at a crossroads in her personal life. The star, who had been engaged to businessman Jonathan Venice since 2022, had recently made the difficult decision to end their relationship in what would prove to be one of the year's most significant celebrity breakups. The split, which occurred in January 2025, was officially reported by March, sending shockwaves through Hollywood and beyond. What made this breakup particularly intriguing was the timing and circumstances surrounding it. Sweeney and Davino had been together since 2018, weathering the storm of her meteoric rise to fame, her breakthrough year in 2019 with Euphoria and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and the intense scrutiny that comes with being one of Hollywood's most sought-after young talents.
So we're being told that they separated in January.
Okay.
So fairly recent. And remember, the last time they were photographed together was January 20th. And then in early February, this is when all the clues started trickling out.
The relationship had seemed solid, with Davino even serving as a producer on several of Sweeney's projects, including the wildly successful romantic comedy Anyone But You, which grossed over $220 million worldwide. However, as sources close to the actress revealed, the pressures of wedding planning and Sweeney's laser focus on her burgeoning career had created an insurmountable rift. The couple had postponed their wedding just 3 months before it was scheduled to take place, a decision that spoke volumes about the state of their relationship. Since her breakup with Jonathan Davino, Sydney Sweeney has faced persistent rumors linking her romantically to several high-profile celebrities, despite her clear focus on career and personal growth. Shortly after the split, speculation about Sweeney and her Anyone But You co-star Glenn Powell resurfaced when she attended his sister's Texas wedding in early 2025. Though the two shared undeniable on-screen chemistry and openly leaned into romance rumors to promote their film, both consistently denied any off-screen relationship. Powell's mother, Cindy Powell, even publicly stated they were definitely not together, calling Sweeney a really good friend. The dynamic was further clarified when Powell's ex-girlfriend, Gigi Paris, accused him of using the rumors for publicity, claiming she felt fed to the dogs during the film's promotional period. The most intense wave of rumors emerged in May 2025. Paparazzi photographed her walking through the city with actor Orlando Bloom, who had recently split from Katy Perry. Tabloids quickly framed the interactions romantically, dubbing Sweeney the wedding's most sought-after person. However, sources with direct knowledge shut down the speculation within days, telling TMZ that Sweeney was not dating anyone and isn't interested either, adding she remained focused on her career and enjoying life. Throughout the speculation, Sweeney has been unequivocal about her priorities. She adopted a German Shepherd puppy named Sully Bear as a companion, symbolizing her embrace of independence, and was even spotted sharing a platonic breakfast with ex-fiancé Davino in April, underscoring their amicable but definitively concluded relationship. The rumors, while frequent, highlight the media's tendency to sensationalize the personal lives of single women in Hollywood, a narrative Sweeney continues to redirect toward her professional ambitions. In a candid interview with The Times in May 2025, Sweeney addressed her relationship status with characteristic honesty, stating, "I am not dating anyone. I'm learning about myself, spending time with friends, and trying new experiences." This declaration of independence and self-discovery would prove prophetic, as it set the stage for what would become one of the summer's most talked about celebrity encounters. Meanwhile, across the country, another A-list figure was navigating his own journey through the complexities of post-divorce life. Tom Brady, the 47-year-old NFL legend whose name had become synonymous with excellence and championship glory, was still adjusting to life after his highly publicized divorce from supermodel Gisele Bündchen in October 2022.
I mean, the guy has 6 or 7 Super Bowl rings, and she wanted him to give up to his career. I don't know if I believe that, but what do you make of that? Because to me, it just seems like, who would let a beautiful marriage fall apart because of football?
The end of their 13-year marriage had been one of the most scrutinized celebrity divorces in recent memory, with speculation ranging from Brady's reluctance to retire from football to more serious allegations of emotional distance and incompatibility. Since the divorce, Brady had been linked to various high-profile women, including a documented on and off relationship with Russian supermodel Irina Shayk that began in 2023. Their romance had been characterized by privacy concerns, busy schedules, and what sources described as a no-strings-attached dynamic that reflected both parties' reluctance to commit fully to a new serious relationship. Amidst his fling with model Irina Shayk, Tom Brady has also been the subject of several romantic rumors, though concrete confirmations remain elusive. Brooks Nader sparked speculation when she was photographed dancing with Brady at Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez's lavish Venice wedding in May 2025. The interaction, captured during the reception, fueled tabloid chatter about a potential connection. However, sources close to the event clarified that Brady danced with multiple guests, including Nader, and emphasized the encounter was purely social with no romantic follow-up or further sightings reported. Irina Shayk, despite their earlier split, re-entered the narrative when reports surfaced in February 2025 that the pair had rekindled their relationship. Sources described them as dating again and open to seeing where things go, attributing the reconciliation to improved timing and mutual readiness. Notably, they adopted an intensely private approach, meeting discreetly at hotels or arranging low-key visits to avoid public attention. Their dynamic was characterized as no strings attached, with Brady reportedly cherishing his independence while maintaining a connection with Shayk. Though Shayk's absence from Brady's Met Gala appearance in May 2025 fueled fresh split rumors, insiders stressed their commitment to staying under the radar persisted. Kim Kardashian was briefly rumored to be a potential interest for Brady in July 2023, shortly after his divorce from Gisele Bündchen. These speculations, however, lacked substantial evidence or verified interactions and quickly died down without gaining traction. Kardashian's name occasionally resurfaced in timelines of Brady's dating history, but never evolved into confirmed meetings or mutual interest. As of mid-2025, Brady's romantic life appears intentionally subdued. His interactions at high-profile events like the Venice wedding were strictly social, and sources reiterate his focus on family, business ventures, and personal freedom rather than serious partnerships. His rekindled tie to Shayk remains the most substantiated link, yet even this is framed by detachment, a deliberate contrast to his highly public marriage. Insiders note Brady prioritizes flexibility and privacy, underscoring a consistent theme of independence after decades in the spotlight. As Brady transitioned into his post-NFL career as a Fox Sports broadcaster and minority owner of the Las Vegas Raiders, he maintained a carefully curated public image that emphasized his dedication to his 3 children and his professional responsibilities. However, those close to him suggested that beneath the polished exterior, Brady was still processing the emotional aftermath of his divorce and the challenges of dating in the public eye. The stage was thus set for what would become one of 2025's most unexpected celebrity encounters. When Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez announced their intention to wed in Venice, Italy, the guest list read like a who's who of global celebrities, business moguls, and cultural icons. The choice of Venice as the setting was itself significant, a city renowned for romance, mystery, and the kind of old-world glamour that provides the perfect backdrop for unexpected connections. The wedding, held at the Gritty Palace, was attended by numerous A-list celebrities, creating an atmosphere where chance encounters could quickly become the stuff of tabloid legend. In this rarefied air of wealth, fame, and celebration, the boundaries between friendship and romance often blur, and casual interactions can be magnified into something far more significant by the ever-watchful eyes of the media and social media. Neither Brady nor Sweeney could have anticipated that their attendance at this exclusive event would thrust them into the center of a media storm that would generate thousands of social media posts, countless articles, and weeks of speculation about the nature of their relationship. The wedding represented more than just a celebration of love between Bezos and Sanchez. It became the catalyst for a story that would captivate the public imagination and raise important questions about celebrity culture, age-appropriate relationships, and the way we consume and interpret celebrity news in the digital age. As the guests arrived in Venice, many via private jets and luxury yachts, the scene was set for what would become far more than just another celebrity wedding. It would become the birthplace of one of the year's most talked about rumored romances, a story that would reveal as much about our collective fascination with celebrity culture as it would about the 2 individuals at its center. The Venice Affair. Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez's wedding weekend was designed to be a celebration of love and luxury, but it would ultimately become the epicenter of a romantic speculation that would dominate entertainment news for weeks to come. As the festivities commenced on the evening of June 27, 2025, the guest list itself told a story of power, influence, and star-studded glamour. Among the attendees were not only Tom Brady and Sydney Sweeney, but also Orlando Bloom, Brooks Nader, and a constellation of other celebrities whose presence would later fuel additional romantic speculation and conspiracy theories. The setting could not have been more perfect for romance Venice's historic canals, the golden glow of Italian twilight, and the intoxicating atmosphere of celebration that only a billionaire's wedding can provide. According to reports from TMZ and the Daily Mail, Brady was seen chatting up Sweeney at the hotel bar at the Gritty Palace, with multiple sources describing their interaction as flirtatious and prolonged. What made this encounter particularly noteworthy was not just the fact that it occurred, but the intensity and duration of their connection throughout the evening. One insider claimed they danced together until 2 a.m. during the wedding reception, a detail that would prove crucial in the subsequent media frenzy. The image of the NFL legend and the rising Hollywood star lost in conversation and movement until the early hours of the morning captured the public imagination in a way that few celebrity encounters do. The Daily Mail further noted that Sweeney was described as the most sought-after person at the event, with every guy captivated by her presence, which only amplified the significance of Brady's apparent success in securing her attention for the evening.
And it's funny because Friday, Lisa was saying, I don't get it. Why is Sydney Sweeney there? And then she became the person everybody wanted to spend time with.
The wedding reception itself was a masterclass in luxury and exclusivity, with guests enjoying world-class cuisine, premium champagne, and entertainment that befitted the status of the hosts. In this rarefied atmosphere, where privacy is typically paramount and discretion is expected, the fact that Brady and Sweeney's interaction became so widely reported speaks to both the intensity of their connection and the impossibility of keeping secrets in the age of social media and ubiquitous camera phones. What made the encounter even more intriguing was the context surrounding both individuals' recent romantic histories.
So we first had reported that Sydney and Jonathan postponed their wedding.
Big clue.
Big clue, big clue. And keep in mind, they postponed it 3 months before it was supposed to go down. So, I mean, that's a pretty huge inconvenience for all the people that were supposed to attend.
Her presence at such an exclusive event sent a clear message about her readiness to embrace her newfound independence. Meanwhile, Brady's attendance at the wedding, despite his reportedly complicated dating life and the pressures of his post-divorce existence, suggested a man willing to put himself back into social situations where romantic connections might flourish. The morning after the reception brought additional fuel to the rumor fire.
Okay, we talked about that on Friday, how Sydney Sweeney was on the guest list, and we were like, what? Like, what is her connection? But yeah, I guess she and Tom and Orlando Bloom were all getting cozy. And then the next morning, they were seen walking around the streets of Venice together.
All three of them?
All three of
Well,
them.
they said Tom had her ear the most. He was dancing with Sydney, spent the most time with her. Look at Tom working.
The visual of these three high-profile individuals strolling through Venice's ancient streets, with its romantic bridges and canal-side cafes, provided the perfect backdrop for romantic speculation. Venice, after all, is a city that has inspired countless love stories throughout history, from Shakespeare's tragic tales to modern romantic comedies. The idea that this historic setting might have witnessed the beginning of a new celebrity romance captured the public imagination in ways that few other scenarios could. Social media erupted with unprecedented speed and intensity as news of the Brady-Sweeney encounter spread across platforms. Posts on X, formerly Twitter, captured the frenzy with remarkable accuracy and humor. The account at Daily Loud and at NFL_Doveclimbing highlighted the 20-year age gap between the pair, generating comments that ranged from humorous takes like Tom Brady already has everything, if he gets Sid Sweeney he will become too powerful, to skeptical remarks about the likelihood of a romance. The age gap itself became a central talking point in the social media discourse surrounding the rumored romance. At 47, Brady represented not just athletic achievement and post-career success, but also a generation of celebrity that had come of age in a different era of media and public scrutiny. Sweeney, at 27, embodied the new generation of Hollywood starlets who had grown up in the age of social media and whose careers were inextricably linked to their online presence and fan engagement. Fans on X also drew comparisons to Brady's former coach Bill Belichick's relationship with a much younger partner, with one user joking, "Sydney Sweeney is 27 years years old. Tom Brady is 47 years old. It seems Brady is following Belichick's steps. This comparison added an additional layer of cultural commentary to the story, suggesting patterns of behavior among high-profile men of a certain age and status. The frenzy around their age difference was amplified by reports suggesting Brady struggled emotionally after his 2022 divorce, with sources describing him as a whiny, flaky man diva who fixated on his past during dates, while Sweeney had only recently ended her own long-term engagement to prioritize her flourishing acting career. Sweeney herself had previously navigated public commentary over her own 13-year age gap with ex-fiancé Davino, whom she began dating at age 20 while he was 34. The Brady-Sweeney discourse mirrors reactions to other high-profile couples facing similar age differences. Bradley Cooper, 50, and Gigi Hadid, 29, have drawn both admiration and skepticism for their 20-year gap, even as they've been spotted enjoying low-key public outings. Similarly, Brad Pitt, 61, and jewelry designer Inez de Ramon, believed to be between 31 and 34, face ongoing commentary about their 26 to 29-year difference, with some fans expressing an ick factor despite the couple's apparent seriousness. Perhaps the most eyebrow-raising recent pairing is former NFL coach Bill Belichick, 72, and his 23-year-old girlfriend Jordan Hudson, whose 48-year gap became fodder for jokes, even from Snoop Dogg at the 2025 NFL Honors, yet also sparked debates about societal norms and personal choice. These dynamics are not new. Stars like Leonardo DiCaprio have long been scrutinized for consistently dating women significantly younger, a pattern Brady himself faced comparisons to following links to models Isabella Setani, 32, and Brooks Nader, 27. Hollywood history is replete with enduring relationships featuring substantial age gaps, demonstrating that such partnerships can thrive despite initial controversy. Nevertheless, persistent double standards often mean relationships like Brady's rumored link to Sweeney or Pitt's with de Ramon face harsher initial judgment than those involving older women with younger men, such as Heidi Klum, 51, and husband Tom Collins, 35, despite their identical 16-year gap. Perhaps most tellingly, the pairing was dubbed a potential rival to high-profile couples like Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift, with one ex-user quipping, "No longer would Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce be the #1 couple on the planet." This comparison revealed the public's hunger for celebrity super couples and their tendency to elevate romantic speculation to the level of cultural phenomenon. The international media coverage of the Venice encounter was swift and comprehensive, with outlets from around the world picking up the story and adding their own cultural perspective to the narrative. European tabloids focused on the romantic setting of Venice, while American outlets emphasized the celebrity status and cultural significance of both individuals. The story transcended typical entertainment news to become a broader cultural talking point about celebrity relationships, age gap romances, and the public's relationship with celebrity culture itself. As the news spread, it became clear that this was more than just another celebrity sighting. It was a moment that had captured something deeper about our collective fascination with celebrity romance and our desire to believe in the possibility of unexpected connections in even the most rarefied social circles. Reality check, debunking the dream. As quickly as the romantic speculation had ignited across social media platforms and entertainment outlets worldwide, the cold reality of celebrity rumor-mongering began to assert itself. What had seemed like a fairy tale romance brewing in the romantic canals of Venice would soon be subjected to the harsh scrutiny of fact-checking, source verification, and the inevitable deflation that comes when fantasy collides with reality. The first cracks in the romantic narrative began to appear within days of the initial reports. On July 1st, 2025, TMZ reported that Sweeney was very much single and not interested in dating, focusing instead on her career and personal growth following her breakup. This report, coming from one of entertainment media's most reliable sources, served as a significant reality check for those who had invested emotionally in the Brady-Sweeney romance narrative. The TMZ report was particularly damaging to the romance rumors because it emphasized that Brady danced with everyone at the wedding, including model Brooks Nader, and that no romantic connections were formed. This detail recontextualized the entire narrative, suggesting that what had been interpreted as romantic interest was actually just Brady being a sociable wedding guest, engaging with multiple attendees throughout the evening. A July 2nd Ella article corroborated TMZ's findings, quoting Sweeney from a May interview with The Times where she stated, "I'm not dating anyone. I'm learning a lot about myself, spending more time with my friends." This quote, which had been public knowledge for weeks before the Venice wedding, suddenly took on new significance as evidence that Sweeney had been clear about her intentions to remain single and focus on personal growth. The debunking of the romance romance rumors revealed important insights about how celebrity news is created, consumed, and ultimately corrected in the digital age. What had started as legitimate reporting about interactions at a high-profile event had quickly morphed into something far more speculative and ultimately inaccurate. The speed with which the story spread across social media platforms demonstrated both the power and the danger of modern celebrity culture. Perhaps the most colorful dismissal of the rumors came from an unexpected source. Ernestine Sclafani, wife of sports commentator Skip Bayless, dismissed the rumors on the Skip Bayless Show podcast, calling the media frenzy ridiculous and questioning why Brady was even at the wedding. Her blunt assessment of the situation provided a refreshingly skeptical perspective on the entire affair, highlighting how absurd the speculation had become from the viewpoint of someone within the sports media establishment. By July 3rd, outlets like Cheat Sheet and Athlon Sports declared the rumors officially shut down, noting that the interaction was nothing more than fun, and that neither party was likely to publicize a budding romance even if one existed. This professional media consensus marked the effective end of the Brady-Sweeney romance narrative, though the cultural impact of the story would continue to resonate for weeks afterward. The aftermath of the rumor debunking provided fascinating insights into both celebrities' approaches to managing their public image and personal lives. Sweeney's subsequent actions, including posting a provocative white lace photo shoot with model Amélie Tremblay on July 4th, were interpreted by some as a strategic distraction from the gossip. Barstool Sports praised her for knowing exactly how to play the dating game in the public eye, suggesting that even the debunking of romance rumors could be leveraged for positive publicity and career advancement. Meanwhile, Brady was spotted on a yacht in Ibiza on July 5th, with reports of him also mingling with Sofia Vergara and Brooks Nader at the wedding, suggesting his interactions with Sweeney were part of broader socializing rather than a targeted pursuit. This information further reinforced the narrative that Brady had simply been an active and sociable participant in the wedding festivities rather than someone pursuing a specific romantic interest. The rapid debunking of the romance rumors also highlighted important questions about the ethics and accuracy of celebrity reporting in the digital age. The story had generated millions of views, thousands of social media posts, and countless hours of speculation and discussion, all based on what ultimately proved to be a misinterpretation of casual social interactions at a wedding. This cycle of speculation, amplification, and eventual correction has become increasingly common in celebrity culture, raising questions about the responsibility of media outlets and social media users in propagating unverified information. The saga reflected the media's tendency to inflate casual celebrity encounters, as Sclafani noted, with the public's fascination driving engagement despite clear denials. This observation touched on a fundamental truth about modern celebrity culture. The public's desire for romantic narratives often overwhelms the actual facts of celebrity interactions. The broader implications of the Brady-Sweeney rumor cycle extended beyond just these two individuals to encompass larger questions about celebrity culture, media responsibility, and public consumption of entertainment news. The story demonstrated how quickly speculation can become accepted fact in the digital age, and how difficult it can be to correct false narratives once they gain momentum across multiple platforms. For Brady, the episode represented another chapter in his ongoing navigation of post-divorce life in the public eye. Since his split from Gisele Bündchen, he had been linked to numerous women, most of which proved to be either unfounded or significantly exaggerated. The Sweeney rumors followed a familiar pattern of media speculation based on limited evidence, ultimately revealing more about the public's fascination with Brady's personal life than about any actual romantic developments. For Sweeney, the experience provided a masterclass in managing celebrity rumors while maintaining focus on career objectives. Her handling of the situation, neither confirming nor denying the rumors publicly, while continuing to post content that maintained her public profile, demonstrated a sophisticated understanding of how to navigate celebrity culture without becoming entirely consumed by it. Regarding past instances of the two being seen together, there is no documented evidence prior to the June 2025 wedding. This fact underscored why their 2025 encounter generated such intense interest, as it marked the first time they were linked, making the Venice wedding the sole point of speculation. Thank you for watching this video. If you'd like to watch another fascinating video like this, click on one of the boxes on your screen right now.